What did you see from Abu Bakr as-Siddiq? Prophet ﷺ said that he is the one whose sunnah you take. What did you see from him? Because there's a difference between saying that we don't make taqleed of any single Sahabi. Of course we don't. And if the Sahaba they differ, we take the affair back to Allah and His Messenger. Because that's the usloob that we use with regard to the Sahaba. We don't single out a single Sahabi and say, I saw things from him. Man anta. Who are you to speak in this unbefitting manner concerning the Sahaba? Because those individuals, they knew to make judgment upon a person. Just look at them. You want to judge Abu Usamah? Who does he enter upon? Haytham Haddad. This individual who signed the agreement with Hamza Yusuf, Sahib Webb, and a bunch of Quburis and grave worshippers saying that we will not speak against you, you do not speak against us, we are all Ahlul Sunnah. Grave worshippers are Ahlul Sunnah, ya ikhwan. Mu'tazila are Ahlul Sunnah. Jahmiya and Asha'ira and Maturidiyya, all of them involved in this. Usama Hassan also signed. Abdul Rahim Green also signed. Are they Ahlul Sunnah? They are not Ahlul Sunnah. Who enters upon them? And who is the one who talks with them? Who is the one who praises them? Who is the one who sits with them? Who is the one who participates with them? Abu Usamah Goldie, who calls himself Al-Dhahabi. He enters upon them and exits upon them. We judge you upon that which Umar told us. There is no more, we don't receive revelation from Allah. We see from you evil and we will judge you upon the evil that we see from you. You attack the Salafi ulama and speak ill of them. You defend the people of bid'ah. He went to India with who? Zakir Naik. He said the man, I can't remember what word he used, phenomenal, or he used a word of extreme praise for Zakir Naik. So you praise those people, so we judge you with them. We consider you alongside them. On top of that, that your greatest enemies that you attack and speak against, that you have videos of and you do recordings of and you have tapes of in which you criticize other Salafis. So hold on. You reserve your criticism and attack for the Salafiyin. Same with this Abu Abdullah Muhammad Akhtar Chowdhury of Fatwa-Online. You reserve your attack and your enmity towards them. And these are the very same people that are invited up the road in Manchester from this masjid. From this, not only, I don't know how far is it? Stone throw? How long to walk? Huh? 200 meters to walk to them. So now you embrace them and you bring them close to your bosom. Individuals who are what? Individuals who walk with Ahlul Bid'ah, mix with Ahlul Bid'ah, cooperate with Ahlul Bid'ah, praise Ahlul Bid'ah. But we're supposed to regard you as vanguards of Salafiyah. And then you say to us, but Fulan came from outside and praised us. Let's say, they say Shaykh Wasiullah, Hafidullah. They say Shaykh Wasiullah Abbas came, he praises us. This is where, ya ikhwan, the knowledge of Jarh wa Ta'deel, the knowledge of how we're supposed to understand this deen kicks into play. The ulama like Khatib al-Baghdadi and others used to say, if Ahlul Balad, the people of the land, criticize a person because they know him with their evidences, then someone from outside praises that individual, what does that do to that person? Does it throw us into confusion? Should it throw us into confusion? Let me put it that way. Shouldn't. You know what they said, the Salaf, the scholars of this science of hadith, they said if someone from outside then praises that person, this only increases him in jarh. So you'd think, how is that possible? That the people of the land criticize this man. Okay, we understand. The Salafiyun, the people of Sunnah, they criticize Abu Usamah. Then someone from outside comes in and praises him. This Khatib al-Baghdadi and others used to say this only increases him in disparagement and jarh and criticism. Say, how does that make sense? I'll tell you how it makes sense. This means that this man has been deceptive. He has deceived. Because the people of the land know him. So they criticize him upon knowledge, upon evidences and proofs. And we have displayed them, and they are available on SalafiTalk.net and SalafiTalk.com with proofs and evidences. Our brothers in America, like our brother Abu Hassan Malik Al-Akhdar Hafidhahullah Ta'ala in America, and our brother Kashif Khan in America, and our brother Hassan al-Somali, and other than them have criticized this man, and Abu Uwais Rahimahullah criticized them upon evidence. Now someone comes from the outside and praises him. We say, don't think this aids you, this increases you in criticism. This increases you in criticism. So Shaykh Wasiullah's praise of you does not protect you. Up until, as the ulama have mentioned, the likes of Ibn Salah, the likes of Ibn Hajar, the likes of Khatib al-Baghdadi and others, that they have mentioned up until you take those criticisms and those evidences and you falsify them and you prove that they were false. How are you going to prove that the evidences that we have against Abu Usamah are false when we have his tape recording voice? How are they false? How is it false when the man himself admitted what he said about Shaykh Rabi'? The man himself admitted that I do not see Abu al-Hasan al-Ma'rabi with his own voice. I do not see the man to be a deviant. You do not see him except to be a Salafi, as you claim. This is your speech, not our speech. Your voice, recorded. So now, whoever comes to defend him, bring us something that opposes this. Something stronger than this. So these people who, from outside, say, MashaAllah, Shaykh Fulan praises him. Don't be deceived, ya ikhwan. The Shaykh praises him upon the limited knowledge that Shaykh has of this individual. When the people who criticize Abu Usamah bit-tafsil, criticize Abu Abdullah Muhammad Akhtar Chowdhury bit-tafsil, what are they doing? Sitting on the platforms of those innovators and those Ahlul Bid'ah and those who sign contracts with Ahlul Bid'ah, saying to the Quburis, you are Ahlul Sunnah, we are Ahlul Sunnah. What are you doing on the same platforms of the likes of Hafidhullah Khan, who says that the goal of the Ummah is to be united? Keep your jama'ah. Keep what you're upon and stay upon it. But let us just unite because the Ummah is in need of unity. And he is one of the heads of Jam'iyyat Ahlul Hadith, or was. Allahu A'lam what they've done in the last few years. They play chess with even their own leaders. Today he's a pawn, tomorrow he's a bishop. Then the next day he's a rook, then the next day he's a king, then the next day he's a queen. Like pieces on a chessboard. But all of them are there together. Abdul Hadi al-Umari, still to this day with this Jam'iyyah or with Green Lane. What does he say? Abu Usamah's with him, he's with Abu Usamah. And this Abu Abdullah Muhammad Akhtar Chowdhury Fatwa-Online has a defense of him also. Not to say that he wrote the defense. I don't want to lie upon the man. Maybe he didn't write it. I don't know who wrote it. But he's the one who sent it out on his mailing list. So now, when you have this mailing and you defend an individual like Abdul Hadi al-Umari. Abdul Hadi al-Umari says that from the great scholars of this ummah, from them, what's his name? Ahmed Raza Brelwi. If you're Pakistani, you know who he is. Khalas. I don't need to go any further. This mushrik, grave worshipper, seen as an object of worship by these individuals. The Brelwi, the Sufi Quburi Brelwis, they follow him and they follow his teachings and they regard him to be some great saint of theirs. He says that this Ahmed Raza Brelwi, that he is from the great scholars, from the great scholars of Islam. Maududi, from the great international scholars of Islam. His words, not mine. Then he mentions a Deobandi. What was his name? Muhammad Uthman Deobandi? From Deoband, from one of the scholars of Deoband. I can't remember his name. Abu Uthman or Muhammad Uthman or something. He mentions these are from the great scholars. These are the type of people that you defend. When the Salaf of this ummah used to hold that if you find a man loving Bishr al-Marisi, loving Ibn Abi Du'ad, Barbahari, these are the kind of words they used to say. If you find a man loving Bishr al-Marisi, Ibn Abi Du'ad, and then he mentioned innovator after innovator, then know that he's a person of desires. So now, What? They say, but Shaykh Wasiullah said he's alright. That only increases him in jarh. He doesn't aid him. Fulan said he's alright. We don't care. Shaykh Muqbil spoke. Shaykh Rabi spoke. How many of the ulama? Shaykh Ubaid spoke about them. Right? And with the evidences and the proofs. Now a man's going to come along and say, well, so-and-so favored him or so-and-so praised him, so therefore I have a choice. What do you think this is? Buffet? That I have a choice. So now we have upon the buffet, in their minds, not in our minds. To us they are ulama. In your mind, you have a choice. Abdul Muhsin, Shaykh Rabi', Shaykh Ubaid, Shaykh Fulan, Shaykh Fulan, Shaykh Fulan. So you look at them and you think, okay, that one's the tastiest. I'm going to take his opinion. Because that's the one that agrees with my desires the most. Is this the manhaj of Ahlul Sunnah, ya ikhwan? That's not the manhaj of Ahlul Sunnah. That's the manhaj of the Hizbiyin, who defend the heads of Hizbiyya. BaarakhaAllaahu feekum.